Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be my first video in I think about a year, and I'm really excited because I do quite enjoy making YouTube videos and I haven't made one in a long time. I just not really had time to do it, but obviously with lockdown now for who knows how long, I thought, you know, what's the better time to start again than right now? So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing an I got the iPhone 11 Pro Max video. So this isn't a what's on my iPhone video, this is going to be just me telling you about the phone and about my previous phones and why I've got this one and what my experience is with it so far. Okay, so I did get the iPhone 11 Pro Max and I got it in space grey, and right now I've got this fake Apple white silicone case. So this is what it looks like when, let me just see if you can see. Yeah, so this is what it looks like in the space grey. It's got a really nice matte black, kind of frosted glass. That's what I've seen it called on other videos. It's really good. It's got the triple camera setup, which is a bit dusty on mine, but you can't really see that luckily. And yeah, no, I really like it. At first I was like, triple camera, that's kind of crazy. I was like, you know, what do you need 3 cameras for? Like, I get having 2 cameras because doesn't that, I think that helps the portrait mode and the zoom. But I was like, what's the 3rd camera? It turns out it's an ultra wide camera. So it basically means that you can stand somewhere and instead of a telephoto, which is one of the cameras, which helps to zoom in, so you get a better zoom on it, this one actually, you can stand back. So I read somewhere it's like taking 10 steps back and then taking a photo. My experience with it has been pretty good, you know, like it's not been as good quality as the other 2 cameras that obviously Apple have used for so many years now. I know they've had the telephoto since the 7 Plus, which was 2016, I think. I know other phones have more cameras, like you see some of these phones now with like 5 or 6 cameras on the back of them, and it's like, who needs that many cameras? And I get that they help, obviously they do, 'cause there's no point in having them if they didn't do anything. But, you know, I don't see why, because these 3 cameras work so well for me, and I've got absolutely no complaints about the camera at all, or the design of the phone. Even though it has been the same since the iPhone 10 with the notch, you know, I think it's a decent design, and I don't see why people are like, oh, come on Apple, it's getting boring, mix it up a bit, change it. Because genuinely, I like this design and I think it's really good, and I think it makes it stand out from all the other phones, even the ones that copy the notch. So I'll go over the specs a bit with this phone and what you can expect from it. And I've got it in 256 gigs in space grey, and it is a really nice phone, as I've said. And I've got a screen protector on at the moment, and this case. This phone, you can get it in 4 different colours. You can get it in the new midnight green colour, which is there. And then you can also get it in the space grey, the silver and the gold, which you could get last year. The camera is a wide, ultra wide and telephoto lens. And then the battery life, you can expect 20 hours of video playback, which I can vouch for. I do actually think that you can get that. And I think in all day battery life, like just using your phone, like not recording like 20 hours of video, just watching that, I think you can get a lot longer, and I think this is a 2-day battery life phone. I've had it for about 6 months now, because I got it for my 18th birthday, and it is a really good phone. It really is. It comes with a fast charger in the box as well, and the battery life lasts for ages. Like, I never charge this during the day. Like, I put it on overnight anyway, because that's just what I'm used to doing, and that easily gets me through the whole next day. Water resistance is up to 4 meters for 30 minutes, but who's really taking their phone down underwater 4 meters for 30 minutes? Like, it's made of stainless steel, which you can see around the side, and it's really nice. You can get this in 64, 256 or 512 gigs of storage, and I've got the 256 because that's perfect for me. 64 isn't quite enough because I've got a lot of pictures on my phone, and 512 is just a crazy amount of money, and it's a crazy amount. I mean, this isn't cheap. I'm not going to sit here and pretend this is a cheap phone because it's not, but you know, 512 is a crazy amount of money, how much it costs. 256 is also a crazy amount of money, seeing as it's just storage that you're paying for extra. But, you know, 256 is a good amount for me. I'm not going to run out anytime soon, and it's enough that I don't have to worry about it. So I got this phone for my 18th birthday back in November, and honestly, I love the phone. I bought Apple Care on it as well, my own money on top. That was £200 extra, and that was just because a screen repair on this is like £300. And like at one point I'm probably going to break it or something's going to go wrong out of warranty, and I was like, you know what, I'll just pay the money now so I won't have to worry later, and it actually saves me money because something is going to go wrong with this, I can tell. Like, I'm going to drop it, or the battery's going to need replacing or something, and I'm not paying Apple hundreds and hundreds of pounds to get that fixed on a day when I can't afford to. But before this, I had the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and I had that because I had the iPhone 8, and that, for me, I had a lot of issues with it. Like, the battery life wasn't very good on it, and I think they fixed it over time with updates, but I just had it so bad for like 9 months, and they even replaced it on warranty for me because the Bluetooth wasn't working, so they replaced it on warranty within 3 weeks of me having it. And then I got a new one and it was still so jittery and buggy, and the battery life wasn't lasting, and you know, it just wasn't what you expect from a new phone. So I sold it, and then I got the S9 Plus, which I will get now. So yeah, I got the S9 Plus and I got it second hand, and it was the same amount of money as what I sold my iPhone 8 for. So that was very good, didn't lose any money there. And yeah, no, this was a really good phone. I had it for about a year and 4 months, and I really liked it. And I didn't switch back to iPhone because I didn't like Android or Samsung. I really like this phone, but after about a year of having this, things just went horribly wrong. Like with an iPhone, I feel like gradually over time, they start well and then they just kind of dip over time. This was like amazing for like a year, and all of a sudden it just went, like everything went wrong. Like on an iPhone, you're gradually like, you get up to the 2-year mark of having it and you're like, okay, the battery isn't working as it should, the screen's kind of cracked, it's gradually declined. But this just was like amazing and then dropped off. The battery was lasting me like a few hours. The screen had loads of scratches on it, which this screen like did scratch quite easy. It was a very good quality screen, but it scratched so easily. You know, people are like, oh yeah, but the camera's good. And yeah, the camera is good on it, and I really liked it for taking landscapes, but taking pictures of people and selfies on this phone really wasn't the one, in my opinion. I think it faded people out too much, and it made everyone seem really pale. And a lot of people like this phone for having the headphone jack and being one of the last like mainstream flagship phones for having a headphone jack. It would have been useful if I'd had headphones with a headphone jack, but all my headphones were Bluetooth, and then my Bluetooth headphones actually broke, so I just used the ones that Apple supplied for this. So that wasn't really a big deal for me, but I guess it's nice to have if you have a good pair of wired headphones that you want to keep using. And you know, this phone isn't old, like it's still a good phone, but for me, over time it just slowed down and things just got way worse on it. When I got this new, it was really good, and I did a video on that, and I did say this was the best phone I've ever tried, and that was true until this phone. This phone is the best phone ever, let me tell you. Like, this phone is honestly incredible. But do not be put off buying a Samsung or an Android because of my experience. I really like this for the first year, as I said, and I think if you can get one second hand, then you can get some really good deals, because Samsungs don't hold their value over time nearly as well as iPhones do. So I know that in 18 months, 2 years, whatever, if I see another phone that I really want to get instead, then I can sell this phone for, you know, like 75% of my money back, and I can put that directly into a new phone, so I won't have to spend that much of my own money. This phone doesn't hold its value, so I've just kept it because I bought this for £500. If I resell this for like 150 to 250, I'm not getting my money back. I was considering selling this to maybe put in some money to get AirPods or a Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure, because I do want both of them, but I'm having trouble justifying to myself to spend the money on one. I cannot justify spending money on both. But yeah, so I got the iPhone 11 Pro Max and I really love it, and I would definitely recommend it. Like, it is an expensive phone, so you really have to think, do I need a phone that expensive? Do I really want a phone like that? If you're not really into phones or technology and you're not desperate for a new phone or something that this phone can offer, don't buy it. Get the standard 11 or the 10S from last year, or even the 10 or the 10R. If you really want to spend the money on this, or you really love tech or phones, then I think, yes, get this. It's an amazing phone and you will not be disappointed. That about wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and comment any video ideas down below, because I will be doing a what's on my phone video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.